Do you want your tactics to be producing more central through balls? Do you want to see more short passes as assists? On today's show, we're going to do exactly that. We're gonna be talking about certain changes I've made to some of my tactics in an effort to replicate Arne Slot's tactical systems and what this could mean for Liverpool in the near future. And along the way, I'm gonna show you why I'm cautiously optimistic when Slot replaces Klopp. We will need certain benchmarks. And to do that, we'll have to look at some of the numbers that Feyenoord have produced under Arne Slot and then compare them to Klopp's Liverpool. Naturally, we can't expect the numbers to be identical when Arne Slot or if Arne Slot ever takes over. So let's set these benchmarks but be realistic about them. In terms of non-penalty XG, Feyenoord have produced 2.73 per 90, which is pretty decent. In terms of through balls, it's 2.32. Now, one thing I like about Arne Slot's Feyenoord system, if you look at the numbers, while crosses are almost 20 per 90, and through balls are almost 2.3 per game, they've had quite a few cutbacks as well. So they've actually have 3 routes to goal. Arne Slot's teams will either go down to the byline, do a cutback from the overlapping fullback. They might play some nifty short little passes in a relatively narrow setup when they're attacking, or they could be looking at crosses as well. So they've got 3 routes to goal. This is slightly different from what I've seen from Klopp this season. Liverpool's XG, on the other hand, over the years has actually dropped as a team. Now they're generating something like 2.2 per 90. Their through balls might have gone up. That's largely down to the fact that Trent Alexander-Arnold has been shifted as an inverted fullback. He plays more through balls from the middle. However, their cutbacks have gone down because now TA doesn't go down the flanks anymore on the right flank, leaving only Andy Robertson over there. So Liverpool's routes to goal they've reduced. So I am cautiously optimistic that when Arne Slot comes in, Liverpool could get some semblance of variety in styles to create goal-scoring opportunities. A lot of it will depend on whether or not they can sign the right kind of players, because apart from Diego Jota, there's nobody else who can play up front as a wily coyote who can drop deep, move around, keep the ball, and link other players up. I don't see Darwin Núñez doing that. Luis Diaz might be leaving. He's the best option as an inverted winger on the left flank. Mo Salah might not be around. They need a great inverted winger on the right flank. So for Arne Slot's tactical system to do really well in England, there might be challenges moving forward, even though Arne Slot's tactical systems can produce some very nice goals, and I'm going to show you what that system looks like. And this is the interpretation of the Arne Slot system. Currently, I'm using this with Bayer Leverkusen in my Twitch streams. The team is playing with a high block with invite crosses so that we will be a bit narrow when we're defending. In transition, we're only using counter press. We're leaving the team to decide when it's going to counter and when it's going to hold shape. We are playing out from the back with the goalkeeper distributing to the central defenders. In possession, we have very narrow attacking width to encourage more wall passes. Our passing directness will be shorter, tempo will be normal. We are working the ball into the box, encouraging the fullbacks to overlap, and asking our team to pass into space. Low crosses are definitely a thing for us. We want to encourage as many cutbacks as possible. There are some play instructions that we need to give the team. There are no play instructions in the back line. The DM on the left has got take fewer risks. The DM on the right has got take more risks. On the left, we've got the inverted wingers. Both of them have been told to sit narrower, tackle harder, and mark tighter. The attacking playmaker has been asked to roam from position, move into channels, and mark tighter. The F9 has also been told to mark tighter. We want to try and encourage more aggressive actions when the opposition have the ball in their third. Arne Slot's tactical systems do give up chances. Now, whenever I face really good teams, what I tend to do is I tend to change the fullback on attack into an inverted fullback on defense. Now, the inverted fullback on defense still does overlap if the opposition is camped in their own third. And this happens whenever we are attacking. And since we're using the high block, there's a possibility that these inverted fullbacks will overlap given the opportunity. A big feature of this tactic are the overlapping fullbacks. They cut inside. Now, the inverted wingers sometimes score goals and sometimes help create goals. This tactic is based off the Arne Slot system he used with Feyenoord when they won the title, which featured attacking fullbacks. Now, the attacking fullbacks will use something called wall passes as they bring the ball up the pitch. That way, we don't lose the ball through unnecessary dribbles. Do you see all this? Wall passes, These are what we call a wall pass, right? They pass, boom, bam, boom, bam. Otherwise, the guy will run down the flank, which is what we don't want. Yeah, we don't want that. The fullback, inverted winger, and the defensive midfielder can also work together to create something known as a seam pass, another kind of through ball. Schmidt brings the ball wide, looking for the run. He's going to lay it back and then hope for the seam pass. It comes. It's a penalty. Bam, 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 bam. The inverted winger is a key player in the system. You need to find somebody who's got good passing, vision, decisions, agility, composure, first touch. This player occasionally will also get inside the area to score goals. He'll create and find the back of the net. I never had so many through balls in one tactic in a long time. All central positions. Go, nice. Here we go again. Milo looks for the pass. Rivas cuts inside. Rivas on his own. From Temperance. We have two inverted wingers in this tactic, and you want to make sure you're always playing them on the flank opposite their preferred foot for maximum effect. So get a lot of central attacking play. So he comes in, looks, finds VT, VT finds Riza, and then we get a beautiful central ball. Boom! So how do you get all these through balls from the middle? It's a combination of roles and duties to encourage vertical movement in the center and two wide players coming inside. We use roles that will sit narrower and also the PI sit narrower. Roles like the inverted winger or the inside forward. Finally, the narrow attacking width is going to encourage players to come closer together. All this will combine to create a scenario where you get more through balls through the middle. To test this tactic out, I ran a simulation with Liverpool and also played it on a live stream. Simulating this with Liverpool, 42 out of the 112 assists we generated also came from through balls, a large chunk of them coming from the central areas of the pitch. I've used the tactic in a live stream and the majority of my chances have all been coming from through balls from central areas. We've got simulations, and one of you also took the chance to use the channel points to move Arne Slot into Bayern Munich. Now he has got an army of players that are 200 PA, 200 CA with obscene attributes, and I've got to use normal players. So it's going to be an Arne Slot versus an Arne Slot replication. Now, how did that do on stream? Bayern Munich, as you can see, they've got a list of players that are some of the world's best. So they got quite a number of players that are running around with obscene attributes. Like this guy, Knuckle Breaker Stamp. Then we got Diesel Arrington. Then as you go down, you got Alexi Castillo who's injured. You got Peter Crouch, the legend. They got a Volante with the inverted wingback. And a Volante moving forward, inverted wingback coming here. It's almost like Jahid's recreation. Jahid created almost the same thing. Volante running up, inverted wingback coming in here. Inside forward, inside forward. So this is what the AI thinks Arne Slot is playing this season. So we go to data up, next opponent. Control possession. All right. They play with Volante, inverted fullback, inverted wingback, inside forward, inside forward. These two going to try and do the magic in the middle. Oh, man, come on. Let's not waste time. Fullback attack, come. We don't play a defensive version against it. We take a play attacking version, okay? So here we go. Bundesliga. The Arne Slot system created by me versus the Arne Slot system that the researcher for this team did, which is what they're actually playing this season with a 3-2-5 build-out. We have no Rivas. Rivas is my king on the right. So he's really a very important. But we got Riza. We got Riza Tag. So Riza Tag is in the game. What a ball! No! Diesel Harrington looks for options. They're not over-committing, so they're holding their positions really well. Once we adjusted the prevent short distribution, looking a bit better. Oh no! Ooh, what a miss, what a miss. What a miss. Okay, 31. Okay, we got ourselves a trademark corner. Reyes. Ooh, this is what we want. Far post, but it was too high. They bring on Hector Lomos, Peter Crouch. Peter Crouch has made his appearance. Oh, the Peter Crouch is fantastic, man. Mahon reads the danger. David Seaman out to Sergio. Keeps his cool, finds Howdy. Howdy's going to run, link up with Riza. Riza does brilliantly. He holds the ball up. He crosses deep. There's a terrible... What a header from Milo. What a header from Milo. Read well, defended well. They sweep in on that player. Campaniers now to Zé Emery. He's got options down the right in Smith. Zia on his left foot comes in, links up with Zay Emery. It's a great pass. It's a brilliant goal. The Arne Slot system is being ripped apart by the other slot system. So Arne Slot, we are playing the Arne Slot Feyenood system versus the current Arne Slot system. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Arne Slot got slotted away. To my back pocket. So if you're wondering, can I do this with any other tactical system? Yes, you can. I mean, as long as you have roles like the inverted winger or a playmaker in the middle, playing high up the pitch, and an attacking role like a striker that drops back, then you can definitely generate more through balls from the middle, as long as you keep your width on a narrow setting. Now, interestingly enough, I never used focus play through the middle because I don't really like using that instruction. You don't really need to get through balls happening like mana from heaven. So if you do try this tactic out, I want to know about your challenges creating tactics which are producing lots of through balls through the middle. Let me know in the comments below. And what do you think of Arne slotting into Klopp's position at Liverpool? Do you think he has what it takes? And who do you think will be around next season? Who are the players that are going to be playing in that tactical system? And who would you like to see him bring in? I am looking forward to hearing from all of you. Meanwhile, you guys stay safe. You know where you can find me over on Twitch. I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.